Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks take down Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams in an absolute show. This this game was everything. This game had great calls, amazing catches, bad drops, great runs, bad runs, amazing coaching, bad coaching. Not really bad coaching, but just insane moments. Seattle, you need to just take a second here. You need to just take a second here and appreciate what just happened. How fast this turnaround came. Don't let anyone gaslight you. That man right there, people were not praising that. They were not celebrating it like it was the most amazing thing. When they hired Mike McDonald, they were not praising that hit. People weren't saying, oh, this is a no-brainer for Seattle. When they went out and got Clint Kubiak, nobody was saying, oh, this is a slam dunk hire. They got Mike McDonald. They got Clint Kubiak. They got Sam Darnold. Oh, they got Cooper Kupp. No one ever said that. No one ever said that. Jackson Smith and Jigba, he's about to take over the NFL. Nobody said that. Nobody said that. Nobody said that. Nobody said that. And what did you do? You just built a team and took down Sean McVay, the guy that we watched throughout this entire broadcast, because do we know, does the TV absolutely love Sean McVay? We know how badly the NFL world desperately wanted Drake May versus Matthew Stafford. The Los Angeles Rams versus the New England Patriots. And the Seattle Seahawks said, I don't care what you want. It's about what we want. And this game was amazing by Sam Darnold. Absolutely amazing. The defense, listen, they played okay. Seriously, I mean, the Rams and McVay deserve a ton of credit. Stafford making unbelievable throws. Puka some amazing catches. Devontae, like the run game, the offense was able to do what they wanted to do. The best defensive stop that the Seahawks had was nullified by a terrible penalty. And listen, I the Seahawks deserve blame for that, right? That's why they were yelling at him. That's why they were upset. They were like, oh, what are you doing? That could have blown the game. That could be the difference between winning a Super Bowl and losing. It's unbelievable how sometimes that's what it comes down to. But you have to feel absolutely amazing watching this game, watching both these teams. They were at a whole another level than what we saw out of the Patriots and the Broncos. Not even close. Not even close. Even after that 3 and out from the Rams, I was like, the Rams offense already looks more connected and better. And people were laughing at me in the live stream. They're like, what are you talking about? They went 3 and out. And I was like, I like what I saw. And that ended up aging pretty perfectly considering they hung 27. But as we're watching this game, I'm out here saying, this game is going to have to be won by the offense, because we were all talking like, what do you do here? Do you hand it off? Do you run the clock out? Like, what's the story here? And I was like, your defense has not been stopping the Rams. You have not been stopping Stafford and McVay. Like, the offense has been your selling point here. This has been a defensive team, and everyone praises the defense and undercuts the offense. Like, this is the offensive moment. This is Staw. This is, I almost called him Stafford, but this was Sam Darnold. This was Clint Kubiak. This is Jackson Smith and Jigba. This is Cooper Kupp. Like, that's the moment. This is Walker. And they all rose to the occasion. And that's what sports is about, man. That's what sports is about. I mean, this game was wild. I'm not going to sit here and say Sam Darnold outdueled Matthew Stafford or, this or that. It was a great game by both offenses were just crushing it. Sam 25 for 36, 346 yards, 3 touchdowns, a 127.8 passer rating. I think he threw one ball that seemed, like kind of dangerous. Outside of that, he was flawless. And they had no run support, 26 carries for 75 yards. The Rams were able to get the run game going. And Stafford 22 for 35, 374 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a 127.6 passer rating. This was 2 evenly matched teams. This was 2 evenly matched teams. And you know what's crazy? Because I don't love to see a game won, even by like a muffed punt, because I see that as kind of a gift too, right? And I just like to see the players compete at the highest level, and whoever wins, wins. But then it balance it out because you got gifted a touchdown, even though that was an unbelievable play and an unbelievable throw. So, not a true gift, but definitely a big benefit. And you gifted them a touchdown, which was also an unbelievable throw and catch by Puka, even though that should have never happened because of the penalty. So, both those touchdowns, you throw them out, they equalize each other. And the Seahawks won. The Seahawks won, and this is just so impressive because I've been watching, they were 4 for 5 in the red zone, 4 for 5 in the red zone. I mean, you have to be blown away right now. You have to be absolutely blown away. And you have to be so excited because this moment for Sam Darnold, this was the one thing that can make you nervous. Same thing with Clint Kubiak. I've had all the faith and all the confidence in the world in this Seahawks team. I've been praising them before they ever even were the 1 seed, right? I've done my victory laps. I'm not doing it here. But I have also admitted, I don't know how much I can trust them in these moments. How can I? I've never seen Sam Darnold and Clint Kubiak in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes to go with the Super Bowl on the line. I don't know what that looks like. I have no idea. I could believe in you through the roof, but I don't know what that looks like. And that's why I said you're going to have more trust in Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams and Sean McVay. I've seen it. I know what they can accomplish. I know what they can achieve. I trust Sean McVay more than I'm going to trust Clint Kubiak. I'm going to trust Matthew Stafford more than I'm going to trust Sam Darnold. And that's okay. You can believe in one thing and then also believe in the other. That is totally compatible with one another. But after you saw this moment, after you saw this game, you're like, well, yeah, no, now I trust it. Now I trust it. Now I trust Clint Kubiak. Now I trust Sam Darnold. You gotta love this spot if you're the Seahawks fan. I pushed back at the narrative, and I'm going to continue to push back for the next 2 weeks because I like to believe that this was not the Super Bowl. People kept saying the winner of this game is going to win the Super Bowl. I don't like those conversations. They said that last year. Let's be real. They said that last year about the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. They said the winner of that game, that's what everyone kept saying. The winner of that game wins the Super Bowl. How did that work out? How did that work out? I'd love to know. Someone let me know how that worked out. So, I don't buy into that narrative at all. But if you're the Seahawks right now, you feel absolutely unbelievably amazing because you know your offense can get to work. You know it. And listen, I'm not going to say that the defense played badly because they didn't. They didn't play poorly. It's just Matthew Stafford, Sean McVay. There's clearly an understanding of how to attack each other. Clearly in a way that the Seahawks have typically not been got. That's just been consistent. The Seahawks did not really show an ability to truly slow down. I mean, Matthew Stafford literally threw for 374 yards and 3 touchdowns and a 127.6 pass rating. If your defense rises to the occasion and gets to Drake May, like every single team has done in the playoffs, you will be Super Bowl champions. And it's funny because going into this game, I said this game will have to be won by the defense, and it wasn't. It was won by the offense. 100%. 100%. It's just wild. This game was absolutely wild. These teams are so evenly matched. 26 first downs for LA, 24 first downs for the Seahawks, 19 passing first downs for Sam Darnold, only 17 for Matthew Stafford. I guess that means Sam Darnold's better than Matthew Stafford. They actually had 7 rushing first downs for the Rams, 4 for the Seahawks. The penalties were not tight. They kind of bounced out a little bit, but yeah, at one point the Rams had no penalties and the Seahawks had like 4, I think. Wow, just an unbelievable game, man. But they had 479 total yards, and it was the 4th down stop and the red zone stop. 479 yards. You want to see your defense obviously be better, especially in the Super Bowl, but the offense clearly shows that they can hang too. I mean, you can put the weight of the world on Sam Darnold. I mean, everybody just kept making fun of Sam Darnold. Everyone, and I know the Seahawks fan base isn't going to be super connected to Sam. This is the first year, so you're not going to be as connected to that experience as much, but everyone made Sam was a joke. They just made fun of this man for years. For years. And in the NFC Championship game, he's 25 for 36, 346 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a 127.8 pass rating. And he did not have some big, gigantic run game to rely on. Okay, he did not. He was making big throw after big throw. And some of these throws to Jackson Smith and Jigba Shahead, like this wasn't yak. These were tough, difficult, high-level throws. There was a couple times when the receivers were open. I think was it Walker or no? Who was wide open? I think it was a Jackson Smith and Jigba who was wide open for a touchdown. But all the other passes were tough. You were asking this man to sit there, take the hits. You just got to be so happy and yeah, man. I just unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's all I'll just keep saying. Unbelievable. Stories like this are what make football amazing. Stories are like this are what make football and sports absolutely amazing. People would have said, Sam Darnold is just going to be a backup forever. Shouldn't even try. Who cares? When Shanahan said, as Sam Darnold was a backup quarterback, and he said, I think Sam can actually be a great starting quarterback, they laughed at him. They laughed at him and said Shanahan is just talking nonsense. Everyone's favorite player is a backup quarterback. Sam Darnold's in the Super Bowl and he was not carried there. He was not carried there. He's not just sitting on a boat being just dragged along. He was a massive reason why the Seattle Seahawks are in the Super Bowl. He is a massive reason why. And if you win the Super Bowl, he will be a massive reason why. Unbelievable story. Unbelievable story. Shout out to Seattle Seahawks. Don't forget I told you Clint Kubiak and Sam Darnold were going to be great together. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. I said Jackson Smith and Jigba and Sam Darnold are going to be a top quarterback wide receiver duo in the NFL. Don't forget that I said that before they ever took a snap together. Well, he had 10 catches for 153 yards and a touchdown. Sam Darnold, 246 yards. I'm just saying. I'm not doing a full victory lap. I'm just saying. I'm just speaking the reality. The two teams that I said were my babies were the Broncos and the Seahawks. And let's face it, the Broncos should have been in the Super Bowl. But it's okay. You got the Seahawks in there, but those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. This has been unbelievable. Please let me know your thoughts. Seattle, I was with you when you lost. You lost your chance at a World Series. I was with you when you lost when Russell Wilson threw the interception. Oh yeah, you get the revenge factor in that. I wasn't even thinking about that. We'll see. We'll see, but let me know your thoughts. I read every single comments, whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here. I'd absolutely love to see you part of it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time, and can't wait to do this again on